Hello YouTube followers, I'm Ms. Howell and we'll be working out of the You Teach It Math Study Guide, page 11. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to go get your paper and pencil. Our lesson will be over prime factorization. I'm going to give you 2 clues or definitions, if you will, of what is most important for solving a prime factorization problem. You need to know what prime numbers are, and you need to know what composite numbers are. Prime numbers has only 2 factors. Example, 5. The factors of 5 are 1 and 5, so 5 is prime. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors. An example of a composite number is the number 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Something that I also want you to keep in mind when thinking of prime numbers and composite numbers, do this to help you know that guess what? Once I do 1 and 6, that's it. 2 and 3. There's nothing in between. All right, from there, I'll give you a couple minutes to write those notes down. I'm going to give you the number 12 to start off. 12 has about 6 factors. And using the number 12, I can break down 12 as a prime factorization problem in 2 ways. I'm going to color code. I think color coding helps out. All right. The factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So anytime we're looking for prime factorization, you need at least 2 of the factors to solve it. We're going to do 2 and 6 here, and we're going to do 3 and 4 here. If you remember, I told you at the beginning, knowing the definition of prime and composite is important. And the reason being is because on a prime, when you're doing prime factorization, you must circle all prime numbers. We know that 2 and 3 are prime. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. They only have 2 factors. So we're going to circle those 2 numbers because they're prime. 6 is composite because it has more than 2 factors. 4 is also composite because it has more than 2. What numbers outside of 1 and 6 gives you 6 when multiplied? 2 and 3. What 2 numbers outside of 1 and 4 gives you 4? 2 times 2. Again, 2 is prime, you circle. 3 is prime, you circle. 2 is prime, you circle. And again, 2 is prime, you circle. Told you it would be pretty easy, huh? You're now going to find expanded form. And basically, expanded form is just telling you to jot down the numbers that are circled. jot down the prime numbers that are circled and give it to me in numerical order. So 2 comes before 3, so we're going to count how many 2s do we see on that factor tree for 12. 1, 2, 2s, 1, 2, 2s. So they're obviously correct. 2 times 2, 1, 2. And then there's 1, 3 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So that's correct. These are correct. But we're not finished yet. After doing expanded form, you're going to do exponential notation. And exponential notation is basically telling you how many numbers of that specific number were circled. So there were 1, 2 2s. So you're going to do 2 with the exponent of 2. That 2 is telling you that it was 2 2s. Times 3. There's only 1 3, so it's 3. 2 to the second power times 3 is 12. These are the steps for prime factorization. I'm going to give you a couple things to jot down for your notes to always remember when dealing with prime factorization, when dealing with exponents. When you're dealing with your exponents, the number 2 and 3 are special. There's no other exponents that have a special name like the 2 and the 3. We're just going to use a random numbers. So I'm going to do 5 squared, and I'm going to do 6 cubed. The big number is considered, that won't work for me. The big number here is considered the base. The base. And the small number at the top right is the exponent. Remember what I told you about the special names. I'm sure you all remember 5 to the second power, where the exponent 2 has a sophisticated name. It will be 5 squared. 5 squared is the way you read that. It's telling you how many times to multiply the base of 5 to itself. So if you ever see 5 squared, that's telling you to multiply the 5 twice. 6 cubed. 6 cubed. So 6 cubed, because the cube stands for the 3, and again the 2 stands for squared. It's telling you, that exponent is telling you to multiply the 6 to itself 3 times. 6 times 6 times 6 is the same as 6 cubed. I hope you enjoyed this lesson with me today on prime factorization. If you have any questions for Ms. Howell, please comment below the video, and I will do a live feed next Thursday for this lesson. I will do a live feed next Thursday for the prime factorization lesson. And on Friday of next week, we will be doing order of operations. Thanks for listening. Follow, like, and share.